What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, this time talking about one of my favorite, if not my favorite build in the game right now. This is going to be a very similar build to the one in the solo flawless Pit of Heresy video. Link will be in the description for that video, but this one is so much fun, and honestly, I think it's worth your time. So for starters, you're gonna want to be bottom tree Voidwalker for the Devour build. You're going to want to have Devour going, which will give you full health every time you get a kill as long as Devour is procced. To proc Devour, you just need to hold a grenade in your hand until it disappears, and then you have a 9-second timer. The more you keep killing things, the more health restores, but also your abilities will restore as well. With the perk Insatiable, while your Devour is up, killing enemies recharges grenades even faster. And now that will play into the rest of the build coming shortly. So the next thing I want to do is go over the weapons that I'm using. I'm using Izanagis right now as a placeholder just because it's pretty meta right now and a lot of people are going to use it, but you can use something else. It's all up to you. In the second slot though, I really do recommend a Recluse here because of anti-barrier rounds, and we're gonna go over why anti-barrier rounds are important here. Recluse is very helpful because obviously Recluse is Recluse and getting a kill does a ton of extra damage that it probably shouldn't be doing, but Recluse is extremely strong and anti-barrier rounds complement this perfectly. Finally, we're going to want Edgewise for this build. Edgewise is very helpful here because of the perk Demolitionist. Demolitionist states kills with this weapon generate grenade energy. Activating your grenade ability reloads the weapon from reserves. That's a lot of fun, a lot to take in, a lot to do, but Edgewise is a very good weapon for this build. It's gonna take some grinding from doing strikes, but you'll get it pretty quickly. Now we're on to the armor for this build, and this stuff is where it gets fun, everybody. Trust me, listen in, this is where it gets fun. Nezarecs Sin is amazing for this build. Nezarecs Sin states, void damage kills increase ability energy recharge rate. That is not only extremely helpful, but detrimental to this build. So as long as you are getting void damage kills of any kind, that includes Recluse, that includes your grenades, that includes your super, that includes your melee, as long as you're getting that, it is recharging your abilities as well. The next thing I am using is on my gauntlets. I am using fastball for further grenade throw distance, but I'm also using enhanced submachine gun loader to reload my Recluse even faster, even though I already have feeding frenzy. Finally, since these are fallen gauntlets, I figured I would rock fallen armaments, which if you're wondering how to get fallen armaments, you need to again in armor 2.0, so year 3, you need to go back to Scourge of the Past and open up the chest after the Sparrow section and hope that you get fallen armaments out of the chest. 3 times per week is your max. Hopefully you get it, hopefully you get lucky, and you can only throw them on fallen gauntlets. If you have an old pair, it'll still work on the old pair as long as you have fallen armaments in your inventory, or if you're using an old pair and just infuse it up. And fallen armaments are just nice because if you kill a fallen with a grenade, you're going to get heavy ammo. The chest piece, and this is also very detrimental to this build, is Breach Refractor on the chest piece. Breach Refractor is a mod on the artifact, and it says that grants grenade energy on final blows with shield piercing weapons or when a member of your fire team shuts down a barrier champion's ability. So if you're using shield piercing weapons, anti-barrier rounds from Recluse, and you're getting kills, you are getting grenade energy very fast. And how do you get 2 breach refractors? Because you're not supposed to really have 2 breach refractors. Well, I think this is a bug right now, but I'm going to show you anyway. I don't think it doesn't break the game, so it doesn't really bother me that much. But if I go here and I click on a different chest piece, if I want to put breach refractor on here, I can, but if I take it off and put this on, I can actually go back in here and put a second one on. So all you have to do is put 1 breach refractor while it's selected, take it off, and put the breach refractor on the same piece of armor in your inventory. So it's not too hard, and honestly, I don't think it breaks the game that badly. I also threw a Hive barrier on there. Since it is a Hive piece of armor, I figured I would throw on a Hive barrier for that damage resistance. This is pretty similar to what I used in the solo Pit of Heresy, obviously. And finally, on the boots, I have Minor Resist and Hive Armaments. Now, I could take these boots even further. I could upgrade them. I could add something like a Discipline mod instead of Minor Resist, which I actually will do, just so we can get grenades regenning even faster. But basically, that's the build as far as the grenades go. And the ammo goes, because now you have Hive Armaments, which grant heavy ammo and grenade kills. You have Fallen Armaments, which grant heavy ammo and grenade kills for Fallen. The Hive Armaments do for Hive. And you can push that really, really hard. Finally, and this is actually a very helpful part of this build, is Enhanced Ashes to Assets and Oppressive Darkness on your Bond. So Enhanced Ashes to Assets is from grinding mods, from doing things like a 980 Nightfall, from doing things like Iron Banner, or just other activities. And Enhanced Ashes to Assets states that you gain even more super energy on grenade kills than you would on regular kills. So Enhanced Ashes to Assets is incredibly powerful. You're going to get a lot of super energy just by getting grenade kills. And finally, we've messed with Oppressive Darkness so many times, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse at this point, but it says causing damage with a void grenade adds a weaken effect to enemies. That is very, very helpful. It does about 30% debuff damage, the same as a tractor cannon. So now that your build is complete, what is the point of this one? What is the point of this build? Why are you using this build? What is it going to be helpful for? To be honest, this right now is my favorite build for just everyday activities in the game. If I'm running around in a patrol space, this is what I'm using. If I'm running a dungeon, this is what I'm using. If I run a raid, unless I have to run a well, this is what I'm using. This is my favorite build in the game by far, and I really hope that you guys can take this build and push it even harder. If I had to give you some tips on how to use this build properly, it would be go into anything and use the grenade as much as possible. Proc your Devour by holding your grenade, and then throw grenades after using Recluse or Edgewise to get your grenades going again. The whole idea is to get your grenade back, that you can throw it, kill something, get Enhanced Ashes to Assets to get super energy, to also get you ammo because you're gonna get armaments hopefully to proc, and then also to just keep shredding and getting your super back. This is so much fun. I'm not joking when I say this is my favorite build in the game. It's a complete PvE build. I will recognize that. It is not going to be the best in PvP, but trust me, this build, it's the best right now. So anyway, guys, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, any of that sort, you're always free to head over to my Twitch channel and let me know. Link will be in the description to that. And if you did like this video, a like would be greatly appreciated, as well as a subscription. Thank you guys so much for watching again. The support has been absolutely unreal recently. We just passed 4,000 subs on YouTube, and the past couple of videos have been doing incredible. So thank you so much. I'll be in the comments to answer any questions. So anyway, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.